Morning, everyone. It's Saturday morning here. For you, it's now Monday morning. And I wanted to welcome you to the Days of Encounter. This is a special experience. This is something where, guys, our week will look different. But I want you to feel invited. So I wanted to make this video for you to say that I would love to invite you into the experience of walking in wonder. This is an intimidating thing, but not so much intimidating as it's a beautiful invitation. It's an invitation to be a part of something where we're vulnerable with each other. We are open to what God has, and we are willing to walk and to see God walk before us, and then to acknowledge that He is so gentle and He is so good. So I want to read something for you from a writer that has just really impacted my life. And you may resonate because we go to a Christian school. Here's the difference, though. And just want you to hear his words, and then we'll walk from there. This guy, he's a 60-year-old youth pastor. He's now passed away, but he's absolutely brilliant. He says this. He says, "I'd spent 25 years in church-related ministry, and most of the days were consumed with writing or talking about Jesus." So this is a guy who that's his job. He talks about Jesus. You would think he's super spiritual, you'd think he's super alive, and yet he says this, "And yet I was lost, I was confused, I was soul weary, I was thirsty and bone tired. I had succeeded at mimicking or faking aliveness, but I was nearly dead. In our school, we know what it means to live in a Christian bubble. We know what it means how to act as a Christian. We know how to go to chapel and to sit there and to be Christian. And yet, if we're honest with ourselves, how many days are filled with wonder? How many days do you go home at the end of school and you say, I am absolutely exhausted? So our schedules are filled, and yet we are empty of any sense of wonder. Here's what I'd love for us this week and this year, but mostly this week. Jesus invites us, does not force. Jesus invites us so beautifully. He says, "Hey friends," this is John 10:10. "Hey friends, I have come to this place, even now, Monday morning, to offer you life. And not just survival, not just getting through the next day, not just getting through till Friday, not just getting through till Christmas break or November break or summer. I've come to offer you life today and offer it to the full." So here's my prayer for us this week. However long you have been here, if you're in grade 7, if you're in grade 8, if you're in grade 9, I want you to look at somebody else in the room. I want you to look at your teacher too. I want you to look at everyone that you see today. They're included in this, and they're invited to this. I wonder if you would spend time allowing God to stir in your heart again, wherever you're at. If you're completely turned off of God, if you are in love with Him, if you are whatever, if you have questions, would you allow God, maybe this is our prayer, would you allow God to say to you, or would you open your heart enough to say, I'd love to have a sense of wonder. That space where you look up at the sky and you see the stars, you look out at a mountainscape and you see, with that same sort of sense of awe, would you allow yourself to slow down this week? Here's my belief, is that we so often have our breath taken away by the fact that we just can't breathe. Our schedule is too much. I know a God who fills our lungs. with air. I know a God who takes her breath away. So here's my prayer, that we would allow God to awaken and arise in us a sense of awe, even amidst the demands of the day. That we would be a community that is awakened to the world around us and to a God who's doing a new thing. Now we would be able to stand amongst the waves of our schedule and get a glimpse of a Jesus who walks on water. That's my prayer. And for what it's worth, I'd love to invite you to that this week. Thanks, guys. Looking forward to a great week. I hope this is something that just, even if it moves us one little bit, that we would get a sense of the whispering God who brings us back to life. Have a great day.